Why don't we go ahead and settle in for some meditation? After you have settled into a comfortable meditation posture, we can draw our awareness inside of our body and become aware of sensations. This is the inner body meditation. Please become aware of sensations that may start in your hands and your feet in the form of a tingling, perhaps a lightness, perhaps a heaviness, perhaps a pulsation. No analysis is necessary. There's nothing to figure out. Just be the silent observer of these sensations and allow a more tranquil, supple, non-conceptual state of awareness to emerge. The natural tendency of these sensations is for them to travel up into your arms and your legs, perhaps into the region of your chest, perhaps into your face and your cheeks. To inform your meditation, you may find it beneficial to bring to mind the image of a mountain. The mountain is balanced, grounded, and stable. The mountain has consciousness. As such, you can know that all it does, day after day, year after year, is observe silently. Snow may fall on the mountain, accumulate, and then disappear. A nearby river may rise and then recede. A small sapling may grow into a giant tree, become uprooted, and then fall to the ground. The mountain simply observes silently. No praise, no blame, no attachment, no aversion, no expectation. Be like a mountain. Be like a mountain with ancient wisdom consciousness as you silently observe sensations within your own body mountain. you can know that anywhere you observe a sensation, there is consciousness at that place. This means unequivocally that your body and your mind are not separate. As you know, your consciousness is not confined to the envelope of your skin. And because your consciousness and your body are not separate, this necessarily means that your body is also not confined to the envelope of your skin. So now very gently, very, very gently, I'd like you to experiment with observing sensations that extend beyond the envelope of your skin. It may be a few inches beyond your skin. It may be a few feet. It may be several hundred feet. Just gently observe these sensations of your body that extend beyond the envelope of your skin, also known as the truth body or the Dharmakaya. Now, very gently, very gently, Please redirect your awareness. Become aware again of this entity known as physical body, and allow your breathing to become less shallow. Taking deeper and deeper breaths, become aware again of the garments of clothing resting on the surface of your body. Become aware again of your surroundings inside the room that you're occupying. Become aware again of the world that exists outside of the room that you're occupying. Become aware again of nearby mountains, of nearby oceans, of nearby continents, of nearby planets. And you can know that you are not these phenomena, nor are you separate from these phenomena. We dedicate all of the merit, all of the positive energy from this morning's meditation to world peace. May all beings without exception be completely and permanently freed from all forms of emotional and physical suffering. May all beings without exception be happy, peaceful, contented, free, and enjoy perfect fearlessness. We make special dedications for Ed Wilmot and Grace Williams. May Ed and Grace enjoy swift and complete return to perfect health. Completely fill up your belly and lungs with air, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring your meditation to an end. Thank you very much and welcome back. That Dharmakaya meditation, truth body meditation, is one that I learned from a meditation teacher and scholar named Reggie Ray. The purpose, I could talk a long time about that meditation, and I won't. But the one of the main, you may be wondering what the purpose of that meditation is, and the answer, a simple answer, is for us to start to break down fixed notions that we have about our body and our mind. I think it's really clear, easy to see that our mind is not confined to the envelope of our skin. Our mind can travel, in dependence upon our awareness. With our awareness, we can direct our mind to things of the past, about things in the future. We can travel to other planets with our consciousness. We can travel to our home, go inside our home, go into the kitchen of our home, position ourselves in front of the refrigerator in our kitchen, and our body stays here. It takes a little bit more creativity. It might be a little bit more of a foreign notion to note that our body is also not confined to the envelope of our skin. That takes a little more practice, a little bit more creativity. And if we are able to ascribe to the notion that our body and mind are not separate, and our mind is not confined to the envelope of our skin, then our body necessarily is also not confined to the envelope of our skin. Again, the purpose of this is to start to break down fixed, confining notions, limiting notions that we have about our body and our mind and about ourself, our I, me. We grasp at and we cling to this sense of self, this Eckhart Tolle calls it ego. I use the expression ego and sense of self interchangeably. If we awaken to the illusion of sense of self, the fact that our sense of self is a made-up idea, then all of our suffering ceases. Because if we recognize that sense of self is an illusion, then who or what is there to experience suffering? Really? It's a profound notion. It's a profound notion, and one that we shouldn't expect to be able to, perhaps expect to be able to embrace fully immediately. But if we just sit with that notion, if I awaken to this illusion, this dream of self, who or what is there to experience suffering? Important to know that we're not saying that there's nothing there. We're not saying that there's nothing there. All that we're saying is that there is a made-up idea, basically, a made-up idea, sense of self. So why not make up a new made-up idea? So we have been holding classes. Some of you have been coming to these Monday, Friday classes or participating in these Monday, Friday classes for 2 1/3 years, a really long time, without a break. Others have been participating in these classes for a 1 1/3 years. Also substantial. Most of the folks participating in this class this morning are fairly new, but I feel like it's time for a break. Even when I was training at my centers in California, it would have been unheard of for a class to go on without a break for 2 years and 4 months. We always used, there were kind of like set breaks. The summer we took off from classes all the time, and the month of January was typically designated for retreat. And so it wasn't that Dharma practice stopped, it was just that there was a break from the classes and the teachings. And attendance has been light the last few weeks, and the views of the class recordings on the YouTube channel have also been light. And that's kind of suggesting to me that maybe it's time for us to take a break. I know that I personally would benefit from a break. And so we're going to do that, effective immediately, or effective at the end of this class. We'll be on break maybe a couple of months, maybe longer. We'll see how we all feel collectively. Medicine Buddha meditation on Saturday mornings will continue. That's from 9 to 9:45. Those will continue without interruption. But yeah, we're gonna take a break after this class, a much deserved and I hope a beneficial break. And I hope that you all will continue with your meditation practice, in particular in your spiritual practice in general. Double down, please. Just because we're not meeting formally for classes and teachings, practice goes on. What is it? What Norman Fisher, the great Zen teacher, says? Everything dissolves, practice goes on. And yeah. So just want to read to you a little excerpt from a book that I am rereading right now, The Wisdom of Imperfection by Rob Priest. And I actually opened up the book to these paragraphs this morning when I was doing my readings. And they just seem to fit perfectly with where we are, where we are with this class and the break that we're going to be taking. It has to do with spiritual goals and the importance of setting a spiritual goal. So Rob Priest writes, and this is, by the way, in the chapter titled A Vision of Wholeness. Rob Priest writes, however we choose to engage in the journey, a vision of the goal will be a guiding light that provides hope when we are struggling. If we lose this vision, we may find ourselves snuffling around in the dirt with no idea of why we are there. We can become so ground down by the demands and responsibilities of life that our world comes to lack vision and inspiration. Inspiration is a vital part of the path, particularly at the beginning. That kind of begs the question, what is the beginning of the path, right? I can tell you it's not a function of how long we've been practicing. Inspiration is a vital part of the path, particularly at the beginning. While the call may come from painful circumstances that need to change, we may also need to listen to our inner visions and respond to their inspiration. Our vision may not be as grand as the idea of enlightenment. It may, however, be an instinctual sense that there can be something different. The seed or germ, G-E-R-M, the seed or germ of our capacity to change is often found in the darkest moment. When the Buddha taught the third noble truth, which is the truth of cessation, the truth of cessation of suffering. When the Buddha taught the third noble truth, the truth of cessation, his intention was to wake us up to our potential. This may be like the recognition that we are living like a poor man under whose shack lies a buried treasure. We may be surrounding ourselves by protective rubbish and fail to see our innate potential like a golden statue wrapped in filthy rags. These metaphors for our Buddha nature show us our inner potential, encouraging us not to be bound by our limited low-quality perceptions of ourselves. As Lama Thupten Yeshe used to say, the goal of the vision is not something outside of ourselves that is unreachable. It is our own true nature, the nature we can easily lose sight of in our complicated, high-pressure, and often destructive materialistic culture. Such a great check-in and a reminder. We may have been practicing diligently for 2 years and 4 months, maybe longer, maybe less, and might not have seen the results that we hoped for or had expected, just with regard to our day-to-day, or just the day-to-day responses of our mind. I mean, sometimes, no matter how long and how earnestly we've been practicing, the same types of people may push our same buttons, Our uncontrolled desires may seem just as strong as they've always been, if not stronger. I think what Rob Priest's advice here is to not identify with those delusions, to identify with our pure, innate, pure potential. You can call it Buddha nature if you want. You can call it God's self if you want. We can call it our universal compassion, kind of power of the universe bestowed on us, potential for compassion, whatever you want. Whatever terms we use, what we're talking about is our pure potential and our resolve to continue to identify with that potential and not the delusions, which are obscurations. So often our pure potential, our Buddha nature, is likened to the clear sky, and the delusions to clouds. The clouds sometimes come in and get in the way and obscure the blue sky, the infinite blue clear sky, and we get confused and think, oh, the sky has disappeared. No, it's just temporarily removed from our vision. So please continue to hold on to your true innate pure potential, capacity and potential for complete liberation, whatever that means to you, whatever that means to each of us. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Thank you for being here. And I'll be in touch when we resume classes again.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome, Tina. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Marilee. Thank you.
Glad to hear you'll let us know when you're going to restart. Thank you.
Yep, I definitely will. Thank you, Katie. Okay, have a good day, you guys.
Bye-bye.